Kim was shown beaming as he watched the missile fly from a moving launcher in photos released by the agency, surrounded by several officials. The combat efficiency and reliability of Hwasong-12 were thoroughly verified, said Kim as quoted by KCNA. Kim added the North's goal of completing its nuclear force had nearly reached the terminal. After the latest missile launch on Friday, White House National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster said the United States was fast running out of patience with North Korea's missile and nuclear programs. "We've been kicking the can down the road, and we're out of road," McMaster told reporters, referring to Pyongyang's repeated missile tests in defiance of international pressure. "For those who have been commenting on a lack of a military option, there is a military option," he said, adding that it would not be the Trump administration's preferred choice. Also on Friday, the UN Security Council condemned the highly provocative missile launch by North Korea. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, echoed McMaster's strong rhetoric, even as she said Washington's preferred resolution to the crisis is through diplomacy and sanctions. "What we are seeing is, they are continuing to be provocative, they are continuing to be reckless, and at that point there's not a whole lot the Security Council is going to be able to do from here, when you've cut 90% of the trade and 30% of the oil," Haley said. U.S. President Donald Trump said that he is more confident than ever that our options in addressing this threat are both effective and overwhelming. He said at Joint Base Andrews near Washington that North Korea has once again shown its utter contempt for its neighbors and for the entire world community. It traveled about 3,700 kilometers, 2,300 miles, in total, according to South Korea's military, far enough to reach the U.S. Pacific territory of Guam, which the North has threatened before. The range of this test was significant since North Korea demonstrated that it could reach Guam with this missile, the Union of Concerned Scientists Advocacy Group said in a statement. However, the accuracy of the missile, still at an early stage of development, was low, it said. Beijing has pushed back, urging Washington to do more to rein in North Korea. "Honestly, I think the United States should be doing much more than now, so that there's real effective international cooperation on this issue," China's ambassador to the United States, Tsui Tiankai, said on Friday. Last month, North Korea fired an intermediate-range missile that also flew over Hokkaido into the ocean. The U.S. military said it had detected a single intermediate-range ballistic missile, but it did not pose a threat to North America or Guam. Global equities investors largely shrugged off the latest missile test by North Korea as shares on Wall Street set new highs on Friday. Differences over direct talks. Trump has promised not to allow North Korea to threaten the United States with a nuclear-tipped missile. Russia's UN ambassador, Vasily Nebenzia, said the United States needed to begin talks with North Korea, something that Washington has so far ruled out. "We called on our U.S. partners and others to implement political and diplomatic solutions that are provided for in the resolution," Nebenzia told reporters after the Security Council meeting. "Without implementing this, we also will consider it as a non-compliance with the resolution." Asked about the prospect for direct talks, a White House spokesman said, "As the president and his national security team have repeatedly said, now is not the time to talk to North Korea." South Korean President Moon Jae-in also said dialogue with the North was impossible at this point. He ordered officials to analyze and prepare for possible new North Korean threats, including electromagnetic pulse and biochemical attacks. The United States and South Korea are technically still at war with North Korea because the 1950-53 Korean conflict ended with a truce and not a peace treaty. The North accuses the United States, which has 28,500 troops in South Korea, of planning to invade and regularly threatens to destroy it and its Asian allies.